Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to an excited Wrestling Days because this is a video I have been meaning to make for quite some time. This is the best WWE wrestlers by age. So we are going to start at 18 and go all the way up to 50 and we are going to have a look at the best WWE wrestler for every single age. There are more wrestlers in WWE right now than ever before. We have got Raw, Smackdown, 205 Live, NXT, NXT UK. Like, the roster is stacked. You've also got legends that return back as well. So these are all correct ages at the time of this video. Obviously, if you are watching this in a month's time, then there's a chance that some of these will have changed. But right now, in this moment, at the start of 2019, these are the best, in my opinion. Okay, so we are going to start at 18 years old. There is a wrestler in WWE that is 18 years old. We could have gone younger with, like, Nicholas, who I think is, like, maybe 11 now, who obviously won the Raw Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania. Technically, he's not on the roster. That was like his only match. So who knows, in a few years' time, Nicholas might be there. But there is a wrestler that competes on a regular basis for WWE that is 18 years old. And she is awesome. She is a fantastic wrestler. Really blowing it up on the indie scene. Doing some great work with Sendai Girls at the moment. And of course, it is NXT UK's Millie McKenzie. Now, next up at 19, there isn't a superstar at the age of 19, or not one that I could find. So I thought I would take this moment to highlight this person to you. This is Gia Scott. She is 19 and she is the current MCW Women's Champion. So there is a 19-year-old wrestler out there that is achieving great things, and maybe we will see Gia in WWE in the near future. 20, we've got this person. At 20, we got Zyre Brookside, the daughter of Robbie Brookside, who is a trainer at the Performance Center. Zyre Brookside competes down in NXT UK. She was in the Mae Young Classic as well. She has got a bright, bright future. At 21, we've got Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate. Another NXT UK talent. NXT UK is just full of kids, but amazing kids. Next up, another NXT UK talent at 22 years old. The current Women's Champion, Ria Ripley. At 23, we've got the Velveteen Dream, who beats out some great talent like Toni Storm. 24, we're now moving to the main roster. You see him every week on Raw, Lio Rush. Again, beating out the likes of Liv Morgan and Tegan Nox. 25, Pete Dunne, the longest reigning current champion in WWE. Held that United Kingdom Championship for over like 500 days. He beat out the likes of Noam Dar, Sonya Deville, Akam. At 26, we've got Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks beating out Peyton Royce, Mark Andrews, Killer Kelly. At 27, things are starting to get more competitive now. But I've gone with Ruby Riott. I really think Ruby Riott is a big future star. She's obviously got the Riott Squad at the moment, but she is going to have a great singles career when the Riott Squad split. I actually put her over Alexa Bliss. Now, Alexa Bliss isn't competing in the ring at the moment, which did kind of play into my thinking. Alexa Bliss has definitely achieved more, but who is the best wrestler? Honestly, I feel like it's Ruby Riott. At 28, I've gone with Io Shirai. Really one of the breakout stars of 2018. She got to the final of the Mae Young Classic. She beat people like Bo Dallas, Flash Morgan Webster, Zelina Vega. But there was no doubt that Io Shirai, one of my favourite wrestlers right now, was going to get the honour here. At 29, we've got very competitive, very competitive age group with the likes of Andrade Cien Almas, Nikki Cross, Bianca Belair, Cedric Alexander, Billie Kay, Bayley, but I've gone with Adam Cole, baby! Adam Cole. I mean, really, they could build a brand around Adam Cole. You could argue that NXT is kind of built around him. He's the unofficial leader of the Undisputed Era. And he really is a major focus point in NXT. When he gets called up, he will be a major focus point of one of the main rosters. Next up, at the age of 30, I've gone with Ricochet. Ricochet is having a fantastic time in NXT. He beats out the likes of Lars Sullivan, who was very close, actually. Very close to getting the nod here. People like Ember Moon, Dakota Kai, Tyler Breeze, No Way Jose, Kairi Sane. But I went with the current NXT North American champion, Ricochet. At 31, no doubt in my mind, Johnny Gargano. Johnny Wrestling gets the nod for the best wrestler in WWE at the age of 31. He beat out the likes of Carmella, Ronda Rousey even. I mean, Ronda's had a great year, but she's definitely still learning. Johnny Wrestling is just tearing it up in NXT. At the age of 32, there could only be one winner. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins beating Matt Riddle. Mustafa Ali, Xavier Woods, Charlotte Flair even. But who is going to argue with Seth Rollins being the best 32-year-old that WWE have right now? At 33, Alistair Black. Alistair Black has got such a bright future. Can't wait for him to get called up. He has had a great run in NXT. 2019 will surely be the year that he gets that call up, and he is going to dominate. I have no doubt about it. He actually beats the likes of Roman Reigns. Obviously, Roman has been out for quite a while. We don't know when Roman's coming back. So technically not an active superstar. But he also beat the likes of Tommaso Ciampa, the Usos. You know, there's some great talent that are 33 years old. But I've gone with Alistair Black. At 34, Kevin Owens. KO is coming back. Kevin Owens is still one of the best wrestlers in the world. Yes, he could have been booked better in recent times, but who knows how they're going to book him when he returns. He actually just narrowly beats Sami Zayn, who I've also got a lot of respect for. At 35 years old, we've got Braun Strowman, and I can tell you things are getting a little less competitive now that we're getting to like 35 and over. At 36, we've got Natalya. But I do want to give a special mention to Punishment Martinez. Punishment Martinez is going to make a big splash down in NXT. At 37, Asuka. Now, this was really tricky because I could have gone with Daniel Bryan or I could have gone with Finn Balor. But I genuinely feel that Asuka is the greatest female wrestler WWE have ever had. Let that sink in for a second. I really feel that way, so I went with Asuka. At 38, I went with Shinsuke Nakamura. We could have gone with Randy Orton, who is an absolute legend, but I honestly think right now Shinsuke has the potential to put on a better wrestling match than what Randy Orton does. We haven't seen it a great deal from Shinsuke, but he definitely has the ability. Hopefully 2019 we get a little bit closer to what Shinsuke was like in New Japan. At 39 years old, I've gone with Samoa Joe. We could have had Mickie James, we could have had Cassius Ohno, but Samoa Joe, the submission specialist, is tearing it up on the main roster at the moment. At 40, I've gone with Sheamus. At 41, we could have had John Cena, but I went with AJ Styles. At 42, there was only one wrestler, but it's a pretty good one, Bobby Lashley. At 43, I went with Shelton Benjamin. We could have had Trish or Lita or Rhino, but I just feel like when Shelton's actually given an opportunity, he can put on the best match out of those four. Next up, at 44, the only superstar at that age, Rey Mysterio. At 45, there weren't any wrestlers, so I've gone with Edge and Christian. Obviously, they make in-ring appearances every now and again. They don't wrestle. They do have a show on the network, though. I don't expect to see them in a match. Certainly not Edge. He's not medically cleared, and I'm not sure about Christian. But they are under WWE contracts, so I thought they were fine to include. At 46, this was tough. I went with R-Truth. We could have had Big Show. We could have had The Rock. But The Rock hasn't competed for a couple of years. Big Show is on and off. R-Truth is a regular full-time member of the roster. He is arguably the funniest person they have on the roster as well. And he's been putting on great matches recently. I've gone with R-Truth. At 47, again, there wasn't anyone. But I can tell you, Mark Henry is 47 years old. He only retired not that long ago. Not sure if he's still under like a Legends contract or anything, but I've put him there to fill that space. At 48, Shane McMahon, who of course still competes from time to time. At 49, Triple H. We could have had Goldust. We could have had Batista, because I am expecting Batista to return, but I've gone with Triple H. And finally, at 50 years old, Kurt Angle. So how about that, guys? Those are my favourite / best wrestlers for every age group in WWE. Let me know if I was wrong on any of those, if you agree with some of those. Maybe it's kind of opened your eyes to some of the young talent that's in NXT UK. Or some of the great talent that's in NXT, or just, you know, maybe you're surprised with some of the ages of the WWE Superstars. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.